I think we've been looking at leadership the wrong way. Most of the time, when we talk about leadership, we try to describe the person. They're strategic, relational, visionary, decisive. And it sounds useful, but it breaks down the moment pressure enters the room, because that's when leadership actually shows up. Leadership is not revealed in how we describe people, it's revealed in what they do when things get difficult. Now, here's the mistake. We assume leadership is consistent, that once we understand someone's style, we understand their leadership. But watch closely in a real leadership team. The same leader can create clarity in one moment and confusion in the next. They can build trust in one conversation and narrow it in another. They can distribute leadership and then quietly take too much back. Not because they're inconsistent, but because they're under pressure. Pressure doesn't just increase workload, it changes behavior. You see this in small moments. A decision that feels clear but has to be explained again the next day. The meeting where everyone agrees but nothing really changes. A conversation that feels much heavier than it should and no one quite knows why. Or that one person who keeps stepping in to clarify, to steady, and to hold things together. From the outside, these look like separate issues, but they're not. They're patterns. And once you start looking for them, you see them everywhere. So the shift is simple. Stop asking, what kind of leader is this? Start asking, what is this leader actually doing right now? Watch who steps in first, who explains things again, who carries the tension, who holds back, and who keeps the work moving. Because that's where leadership becomes visible. You don't understand leadership by describing people, you understand it by watching patterns under pressure. This is where leadership archetypes come in. Not as labels, but as language, a way of describing what's already happening. To say, this is the pattern we're seeing. This is what tends to happen under pressure. This is how leadership is showing up right now. And once you can describe it, you can work with it. Archetypes don't define leaders, they make behavior discussable. Because most leadership problems are not about capability, they're about patterns that have become normal. A leader over-functioning, over-explaining, over-carrying, a team adapting, compensating, working around it. And because it still works, it stays invisible. What is not named quietly becomes culture. So the work is not to describe leadership better, the work is to see it more clearly. Not who is this leader, but what pattern is showing up here and what is it producing? Because that's where real leadership work begins. And if this is something you're starting to notice in your own leadership team, I'll include a link in the description where you can explore the Leadership Archetypes framework in more detail, what the patterns are and how they tend to show up under pressure. And if you want to look more closely at what might be happening in your own team, I also offer a Leadership Pressure Diagnostic. It's a focused conversation to help make those patterns visible before they quietly become the way everything works.